Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's the No Shot Talk Podcast, episode 2. We're back, man. Have some fun with it. I'm Miguel.
And I'm Kamal. What's good?
And we're going to jump right into it. First and foremost, man, Kmac, you just got back from Mexico.
Mexico. Hey, man, that was live, man. It was warm. Like, it was a nice, short trip. We just chilled and just did a little R&R on the beach, at the pool. I stayed in the shade. You know me, I got to stay in the shade. But, yeah, man, we had some good times, man. We just chilled at the pool a lot. Man, had some good drinks, made good food. A trip of relaxation, so it was cool.
That's what I was about to say, man. So you got that reset in,
Oh, yeah,
ready to go.
Of course, yeah.
Ready to get back at it.
So what'd you do last week, man? What was going on with you?
Man, it was just cruise control, man. Everybody's on spring break right now, so we just kind of I'm chilling, man.
Yeah,
This
spring
weather.
break's going on for the kids, and then you got hoop tournaments coming up, man. You about to go to Vegas soon, man. That's about to be popping. Are you
April.
pumped for that Puma circuit or what?
I mean, I don't really know what to expect, man. It's going to be nice to get back in front of some West Coast teams because, like I said on the last one, the style down here is different, but it's going to be nice to see some of the hometown cats up there running around. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited. And I've never been to Vegas before.
You ain't never been to Vegas. That's crazy, man. I've been there like 25 times.
Yeah, I know. They know you guys by first and last name.
So, yeah, man, we got a couple of things to talk about today, man. And, like, we missed all last week, so we missed a lot of stuff. We missed NFL, my free agency, man, and it was wild for the Seahawks. It was wild for everybody. Look, man, I was sitting at the pool, and I was getting, like, alerts. I was like, ding, 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 and I was like, man, this is crazy. It's nuts. So the first thing, man, we're going to talk about, man, is the Seahawks, man. I mean, because that's our team.
Know it.
It was surprising because Geno, he got traded, right? Is that what happened?
No, he wanted to go. Yeah, we gave him an offer, and then he didn't even counter.
Right.
So he just wanted.
So he wanted like $45 million a year, I think. Right?
Yeah, it's $45 million. But what the articles were saying that he was kind of feeling some kind of way last year about not getting extended, so he kind of just wrote it out, and then it is what it is. Do you think he's going to do better in LA or Vegas? I should say. Damn, that's
man. Okay, so he signed
Vegas
with the Raiders. I think a great deal for them because he could throw the ball. I mean, if he gets time, he could sling that thing. So, yeah, it's a good pickup for them. I mean, to pay him $45 million a year, I guess for them, yeah, because, I mean, they're not really a contender. He's reunited with Pete. That's always going to work. And so, yeah, I mean, that's good for him, I guess. We got Sam Darnold from the Vikings.
How do you feel about that,
I have mixed emotions with him. I mean, he's good. He played well last year. He didn't have a great line, but he did throw the ball very well. And he had an elite receiver, Jefferson. So he signed for $100 million. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of.
We can get out of it the first year, though. Like, if you look at his contract, it leans a little towards the Seahawks' favor as far as how it's laid out.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, we got him, and then we got Cooper Kupp, man. Kupp's coming back home to the state of Washington, man.
Yakima boy.
He is a reliable guy, man. And he's a sure-handed receiver, man. He knows how to run the routes. He knows how to block. He knows how to catch the ball. He's clutch. He got a ring already.
How many years do you think he got left, though?
I think they said he's like 31, maybe. So he's
30, I think.
30 or 31. Yeah, he might have like 2 or 3 good years left, maybe. Then he'll start to go down. But like I've read this thing about how offense, with him and JSN, they're slot receivers. With him and 2 great backs, the offense is gonna just flow. It's just gonna be pound, 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 short pass, pound, 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 short pass. That's how it's gonna work.
I know there's going to be a lot of screens and stuff, but do you think that my boy T. Lockett is not as good as Cooper Kupp? Because, bro, I'm sure he would have reconstructed his deal.
Well, I don't know. I think in his last year, he didn't do that well, and he was overpaid, Lockett. But, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell because, I mean, these guys, they maybe just need a new look or something, But I would rather have Cooper Kupp over Lockett, only because Cooper Kupp is a sure-handed receiver. He's bigger. He's stronger. I don't know if he's faster. And he could do like the fly sweeps. Because I think in this type of offense, they're going to incorporate JSN and Kupp with like sweeps. Kind of from Florida. Yeah, Percy Harvin.
Yeah, Percy Harvin.
Yeah, the fly sweep with the receiver in the slot. I mean, so we got 2 guys who could do that. So.
But we need a big receiver, though.
Yeah, I mean, like we need a big receiver and we need a speed receiver. But hey, man, who knows? But like another signing we got DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, he's kind of older, but, he's experienced, man. I mean, he could ball. Defensive side is going to get stronger. Then we re-signed your boy Jones, like on the last episode,
Yes, sir. I'm not worried about our D. I think our D is going to hold up, man. It's just we need an offensive line.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's going to work out. Yeah, I'm just, like I'm kind of skeptical. I don't know. Like I don't know how he's gonna do because he had a one good year. I mean, overall, right?
I mean, look at all the other greats, right? They had their ups and downs. If this is that phase where he just got over the hill and just turned that corner, bro, this guy could be the franchise quarter for the next 6, 7 years,
Yeah, I
man.
mean, I hope. Hey, trust me, I hope it works. Like he had an elite year last year. Hopefully, that kind of just carries over to the Seahawks, and too, I'm excited. What do you
He
think
kind
about?
of he kind of
Huh?
peed down his leg the last 2 games of the playoffs.
Yeah. So another thing. So last DK. What do you think about the deal he got with Steelers? With you?
I don't think it's good. I don't think it's a good fit over there. Who's their QB now? They don't even got a QB. I don't
I don't
think.
even know. I don't know. He got paid though. I'll tell you that. He got that.
For sure.
He got
I
that
mean, if
super
if
max.
that's what he was trying to do,
Yeah.
I just don't see this. I don't see it like for him. He'd be crying when he don't get the ball over. He was the number one over here for a while,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and when
mean,
he
that's
didn't
true.
get the ball, he was. But who do they got over there? Pickett,
Yeah. I mean, they got two elite receivers now. Elite. Like number
including
ones.
DK, or is that DK? Is DK? Are you including him as one of them? When you say two elite receivers, so you got you
Yeah.
got Pickett and DK.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Of
so okay,
course.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
yeah. Both of those guys are big receivers, fast, can catch the ball. Strong receiver. I mean, he's big. Like he's a big guy. So
What do you think the chances of them signing Russell is, and how do you think that he would fit in with that?
he already has chemistry with DK, so that works. I mean, if I were them, like I would pay Russ. Like I would give him what he wants.
Mm,
Because you already have experience with him. He knows the offense. I mean, like you just got to do that. You don't have a quarterback right now, and you got two elite
right.
elite receivers.
I know it's crazy,
Yeah,
bro. But we got 10 picks in the draft to get this right. I don't think we have too many spots to fill,
yeah,
so I think it's just kind of just tightening up, But 10 picks in the draft, I think we have the most picks.
that's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited for the draft, man. What do you think about Shador Sanders, man?
he's dope. What do you think about Shador? I mean, he can ball, but
Well,
is he going to be a?
been on them for the past 2 years. Saw them play year and a half ago at UCLA, and Shador, he has poise, man. He could throw that thing. He's kind of clutch. I actually watched a lot of his games this year, and by far, but he's damn near the best quarterback out of this draft. He's clutch, he's
Dang,
accurate, he's poised, and like he knows how to move in the pocket. I mean, he's not really too athletic, but he knows how to move in the pocket, and that's well, that's like good. And he gets trained by who? Tom Brady, the GOAT. So I mean, shoot, man. I mean,
he's a lefty. He's a lefty, right?
no, right, no, right, right.
Oh, I thought he's a lefty.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw the game where he threw a Hail Mary in the rain and he was running to his left and Hail Mary for the game, dog. He threw that
That's crazy.
and hit the guy like on stride.
Let me ask you this, because we talked about who your favorite point guards are. Who's your favorite quarterbacks
Of like all time.
of all time? Top five.
My favorite quarterback, what people
Try to
don't
get them in order this time, bro.
top five. Let me see, top five. Okay, top five quarterbacks of all time. Okay, we're going top five everything now. I mean, this might have to be a segment on the show, top five, right? So top five quarterback of all time. Like I grew up playing quarterback at recess, and I used to emulate Randall Cunningham. I loved the way he played. I loved the way he moved. I loved the way he cocked it back and just threw that thing deep. So here's my number one. Number two is Mike Vick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was in college, I saw him play. I mean, there's nobody as talented as him at quarterback. He could,
He's cold.
man, he could throw the ball. Man, he could run. I think he ran like a 4.2. Like at a quarterback, it's crazy. Okay, number three, I would have to say Donovan McNabb.
Mm,
Like I loved what he played for the Eagles. Like he killed.
body.
Yeah, yeah, man, he was dope. Number four, I would have to go. Okay, so if you're talking about like a slinger, I would have to go. Growing up, I liked watching Warren Moon. Like his
Warren
spiral,
Moon is dope.
his spiral was the tightest spiral I've ever seen. Like he was just smooth in that pocket, bam, 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 like just hitting people. And he has to be one of the most underrated quarterbacks of all time. Like him and Dan Marino, I think.
Yeah, Dan Marino's hard.
Yeah.
Pause.
Number five, I would have to go with Joe Montana because growing up, I loved Jerry Rice. Those two as a kid,
That connection.
man, they was clutch. So that's my top five. That's a pretty good top five, right? Who's your top five?
Yeah, for sure, man. Shoot, man. Okay, so the golden era of the Seahawks, I gotta put my guy Russ up there because man, he he put Seattle on the map.
Yeah,
He brought us to the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, all his antics and everything that he did, man, was corny, bro. But if I had to,
Cordy brother.
hey, watching him go through that whole divorce and then picking up Sierra, all that stuff was crazy. But at the same time, man, it's like, you know what? Uh It is what it is, man. I gotta salute him. Now, if we're talking about greats, he's definitely not a great, but one of my favorites. Yeah, just because of, just what he did for the town. Okay, what is it gonna take for you to put Pat Mahomes in that top 5? Because look what he's done already.
I mean, Pat Mahomes, I like his game, man. He's a slinger, man.
Oh, this fool's throwing the
Yeah,
football like he's underhanding it, no looking like like a basketball
right,
point guard,
right,
bro.
right. I
What?
mean, like he's cold. Obviously, he's probably going to be a top 5 when it's said and done. I mean, he might be top 5 right now all the time, but in my top 5, I don't know. I'm just not really a fan of his. He's great, but I mean, he's not anything to me.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you, I'll give you my okay, I'll give you my top 3. No, I'll give you my 4, and it's right there with you. I'm definitely throwing Vic in there.
Hmm.
Randall,
Yep,
Joe Montana
yep.
was definitely one of my favorites growing up. I hated John Elway. Couldn't stand John Elway.
John
Bro,
Elway in the late '90s
yeah, yeah.
with a Terrell, no
Yep, yep. But
TD.
if my favorite, like today, like if I had to put somebody in there today, it's Lamar. Bro, he reminds me of like Vic. You know what I'm saying? Like a sturdy Vic.
He's called.
And his swag, bro. He plays like he's a running back. His grit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hell yeah, he's you
I
know.
mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks that I think are gonna end up in those slots. Like Jalen Hurts, bro, he's nasty.
So yeah, man, the NFL is gonna be a good thing this year. Oh yeah, we also signed Jared Reed. Yeah,
Yeah, Jay Reed. Oh, let me ask you something about Jay Reed. I know his days are limited, but what do you think it was about Jay Reed that they extended him? I mean, is he really a difference maker
yeah.
like that?
When he's like on point and he's healthy, because I saw him this year. He got into one young player this year making the mistakes. Did you see that when he got into some guys like face?
Murphy
Who?
with Byron Murphy?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. I think he's passionate leader on that team, like one that drives that defense at like D line. Like he's passionate, and he's a big dude. He be getting in there, man. He's good.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's a good signing. We'll pick up or resign, whatever.
yeah, 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 yeah.
It was all about like the penalties, right? So there was like a few times where like the Seahawks they would get a stop on third down, but then these young guys would do something dumb on the stop, push the quarterback, any type of foul, and he would get in their face.
Right.
We played so good. We played up to this and got a stop, and there was a lot of those this year. It was frustrating, like all the penalties we had. So
Do you think that the recipe for a successful team is having a good balance of vets and rookies?
oh, yeah, of course. You need vets like in the NBA or in the NFL. Like you have to have vets because these young guys, they understand the game, but they don't understand it at the pro level 100%. And it's all
Yeah,
about experience, wisdom too. So, yeah.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
so that's what's up with the NFL, man. Yeah, man. Let's talk about the NBA now, man. The action
Your Warriors, man, they can't stop, won't stop.
and can't stop
Diddy
both sides.
style.
As of today, they took loss yesterday against Nuggets. I think they went 8 for 33, 3, and they shot 24%, which is a bad game. Obviously for Steph, man, he only had 20 points. The games before that, I think they only lost 1 or 2 games.
What was their streak this last month?
I think the last 20 games they were 15-5, which is crazy.
Dang.
Right? And a crazy stat is that they have the easiest schedule since the All-Star break. Climbing like the Western Conference, I think they're number 6. I think they're 2 games behind Brown and them, like the Lakers.
Celtics, they're starting to win.
Yeah, they're starting.
They're behind the Cavs.
Right now, you see it, man. They got a matchup, which is going to be Warriors and let me see, the Western Conference and the Nuggets, who played last night.
Yeah, man, the Lakers, they've been doing their thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. What do you think about what happened with LeBron and Stephen A? I saw that happen last week, man.
Man, I think LeBron need to sit his butt down, bro.
That's a big deal. He got in his face.
Because look, you got Bronny. He's in the league now, man. He's a big boy. People are gonna come after him just like they do everybody else. And I think that's really weak for Bron to do that and be like, "Don't talk about last time I'm gonna talk to you. Don't bring up my son or something like that, bro." That's weak.
Yeah.
That is weak.
I think coming at him as a father, right, which is understandable. But at the same time, Bronny, he's a grown man, like you said. And, if he can stand up for himself, he can speak for himself. I don't think it was a bad look. I think he could have handled it a different way after the game, closed doors, whatever. But to do it at a timeout when you were down and at the game and cameras are everywhere, everybody's looking at that. And then you got people reading your lips.
It's weak. It's weak.
Everybody knows Bron. He talks to somebody in court. He puts his hand on the face. Blah, 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 blah. He be going like this, right?
You're doing that,
Right?
yeah.
Man, so he wanted people to see what he had to say. Like, he's a smart guy. He is calculated. Like he knows what he's doing.
And that's exactly what I'm saying, Kmac. Look, how long has he been in the league? What?
Like 21
20?
years.
So he knows it's a business. This is a business. Stephen A was doing his job. He's gonna keep doing his job. He is probably it, you know, it is what it is. But to say, don't talk about my son, whatever, like, bro, that's weak. It comes with the territory, man. If you're not hooping, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, he's coming for you. And not just him, all the other people that are out there, doing his job. So yeah, man, I just think that was weak.
You kind of have to let and get critiqued. I mean, he's an NBA guy. He's an NBA player. What Stephen A said, he never wanted to critique his son in high school or in college. He wanted to wait until he got to the league. And there was stats out in the NBA game, and he didn't perform, right? Like, he played during the game, not at the end of the game. He played during the game. And he critiqued that. And, he had something to say. It'll be a long journey. Hope he does well. Seeing like a few highlights, G League. I mean, he could play. I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, he could play. Like, he could hoop. He got bounce too. Like, he could fly for his height. I mean, he's only like 6'2" or 6'1", and he be getting up there. He be doing things in the air.
Yeah.
So
Look, any professional that has a kid that ends up going to the league, they're going to be under the spotlight. Carmelo Anthony's son, Shaquille O'Neal's, they are going to be put under the spotlight and be expected to do more. You know what I mean? Than the average Joe. So I think that goes against the player. But again, it comes with the territory, bro. Like, they're going to have to get in there and prove themselves and walk in a different path than their dads,
right, for Bronny, he should emulate Gary Payton the second. The second is about his size. He's like 6'2", 6'3", defensive guy. He made his money in the league just playing defense and hitting
Yeah.
that corner three, right? He played in the G League until he was 28.
How old is he now?
I mean, he got to be like 31, 32, 33. Or,
Really?
yeah.
I thought he was young.
Nah,
That's crazy. I didn't
nah.
know that.
He got his chance. And he balled, and he's experienced. He's polished that. He knows his role. He knows what he got to do when he gets in, and he plays hard. He's a dog, right? So he made his niche. As a son of a Hall of Fame players, it's hard to like capitalize and be great. Pressure on you, right? A more experience on the court. He'll get faster. He'll get stronger in the mind on the court. Because in the NBA, it's all about like you know your niche on the court.
Check this out. Our generation. I'm not going to say we're weaker than our elders or our fathers, whatever, but check this out. So what I know is, as a parent, I have a tendency to try to overprotect my kids because it's something that I think I can save them from. But check this out. Look at GP and how he did it with his son. You ain't never hear him try to go to bat for GP2. Look at Tim Hardaway. And Tim Hardaway's son, bro, every time they would talk about their sons, they'd be like, that's him, he's doing his thing. And their kids, Tim Hardaway Jr., GP2, their game does not emulate their dad's.
Right. You're right. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they're not trying to be anything. They went out there and earned it, like you said. It could be a generational thing where LeBron was like, you know what, man?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a mix, right? I don't fault anybody for wanting to put their son, daughter in a better place, I mean,
For sure.
everybody does it in a corporate life. They do it all everywhere, right? But it's just, I think LeBron is still in the league, and he's great in the league, and he's an all-time great right now, and he's still playing. So a lot of people, and he's playing for LA. He's playing for the Lakers, and his son happens to be on the Lakers. So with all of that, everybody's going to talk about it. It's going to keep being on every headline. Look, we're talking about it, right? So everybody's going to be talking about it. So I'm a Golden State fan, so I'm going to talk about GB2, but not a lot of people are, right? So
he's deserving of it, though, for sure.
he's just in the prime light. He's in LA. He's playing for the Lakers. I mean, everybody's going to talk about it. That's the problem. But Bron has to be aware of that and has to understand, man, you just got to sit back and just let everything play out, man. Let everything play out. Let everybody talk. He's going to get there.
For sure.
Yeah, so.
For sure.
Yeah, the playoffs are going to be coming up soon, probably the next few months or a month and a half or so, right? So we're going to talk about the playoffs here in the future. We're going to talk about the finals. I can't wait to the finals. NBA finals is always great. But now, what's coming up now, and we in the middle of March, about to start this weekend, is March Madness.
Fill that bracket out.
I just got my bracket today. I'm going to fill it out. I'm in a bracket group, so I'm going to fill it out. Yeah, man.
Got to bore us with the whole thing, but who's your horse?
Our dark horse is, I just say, they haven't really been playing well the last 5 games or so, but I want to pick Auburn out of the SEC because the SEC to me has been the toughest conference for college hoops, and like there's a lot of good teams out of it, and so would have to go with Auburn. I kind of have to look at the bracket though, but I mean the Final Four. I mean obviously I like Duke with that kid Flag. Duke is good. Florida's good. Tennessee. Who else is out there, man?
Man, you got Kansas. They're always going to be in it. St. John's is ranked 2 this season.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, that's crazy because I know my boy used to play with St. John's. I know he's going crazy right now.
Yeah, I mean,
You got
what's his name? Got them playing like dogs.
who? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Frank
yeah.
Pitino. Like man, shoot.
Hmm. Alabama's ranked 2. AZ,
Yeah, I mean,
that's your boys.
once you get like the first round out the way, man, the first weekend, man, we gonna see who's gonna be able to like hoop, really hoop. Cause I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
because how this past like 2 to 3 years, how it has worked is that the experienced guys from other schools who transfer, like
Yeah,
like the transfer portal has made unknown schools they compete with these guys only because they have older guys. They got guys from
right.
from JC, from smaller but D1s transferring over to the big time schools. Like you got that one kid who transferred from a D2 school with the coach. I think it's Drake, but they got this point guard who's like 6'4". He's nice. He's cold, man. He was player of the year in the conference.
Mm.
Cold, like cold kid.
Do you think that players in college are leaving too early? I think there's a lot more success stories in guys that have stayed in college for 4 years than there is cats leaving early. I think that they got a lot to learn when they get to the league if they leave too early, bro. Like,
If you are projected to be a top 10 pick or top 20 or go in the first round and get freshman in college, like you got to take him, man. It's only one opportunity, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like that kid, about Cooper Flag, he was talking about, oh, love college so much, I might want to stay another year. What's the point of that?
yeah,
Pick, bro.
yeah,
And
yeah. Then you got to take into considerations if you get injured or anything like that.
yeah, I mean, I kind of understand there's insurance, NIL money, but at the same time, you're going to be the number one pick. You can't
Yeah.
beat that. I mean, like, what's the point? You can't beat that.
Okay, before we get off,
What's the
what is your favorite hoop movie? And I'm gonna throw a couple out
Ooh.
there. You got Above the Rim, you got Hoop Dreams. Man, I geeked out over that Pistol Pete Maravich movie back in the day. You know what I'm talking about, bro? That had me in the garage doing all that crazy tricks and stuff.
Well, I will tell you that I didn't even see that one, but I saw all the other ones you
Oh,
got.
yo. Hoosiers. I know you've seen
Yeah, I
Hoosiers,
seen
but what
Hooper.
is your favorite? You can't pick more than one, bro. What's that one you're gonna pop in right
Well, I'm
now?
gonna pick two.
No, you can't, bro. One. Just
Okay,
give me one.
okay. I will tell you my top one. The top one is, I'm gonna say one. I have three actually. I have three.
I know, me too, but you could only have one
Okay,
on an island.
I want to say this because it was so good of a movie, and you had authentic people who actually played in the NBA in the movie, and it was such a true detail of how it works in college basketball. And
Right.
and the coach who played it, trust me, man, should have got an Oscar for that. Like I don't know what he got, but he should have got an Oscar. I just believe this movie was great, especially how it was early '90s with the come up of Duke and LV, how stuff was going.
Yeah. Yeah,
Back
for sure.
Anthony Hardaway, you had Nick Nolte as a coach. Man, he did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, he did.
But it's so perfect how everything happened, and then you had the kid from like French Lick, Indiana, like he
Yeah.
was portraying to be a Larry Bird, and he had jumper. Come on,
Yeah, yeah,
and the games were cracking. How they had the games, they was so they was top throwing alley oop.
yeah,
It was crazy,
yeah.
bro.
He Got Game was like that too,
And
man.
yeah,
He
I
Got
mean, I was
Game.
gonna say he got game or above the rim. That's my
Yeah,
theory
yeah.
there.
But Blue Chip, man, Shaq, when they went to go recruit and all that stuff, man, that was dope. So for me, since you already picked that one, and if I had to pick something that was along the lines of like, I wouldn't say more fake, but more street ball that really influenced our culture, bro, Above the Rim, man.
Yeah, but
I mean, yeah, Pac in there. Man, you remember the above the rim joints, the shoes, with the cross straps, the gray
yeah,
cross straps?
yeah.
Man,
But it wasn't even about that, man. It was about the homeboy who came in there who played in corduroy pants. Leon. Man, they were doing to him in slow mo, just he was going to the hole, just
that right there was, I think that was the movie that had everybody at parks.
yeah, of course.
We was out there at the parks, bro,
Hooping.
till like, till the lights were off.
Yeah.
And that's what you don't see these days, man, out here is you don't see these parks filled up like that.
Oh man. Like I remember hooping at Green Lake. We used to hoop at
Yeah, yeah.
Redmond Park. Like I forgot what it was called. Everybody used to hoop. Yeah,
Grass
yeah,
lawn.
Grasslawn Park. Maybe we used to hoop out there. The other movies are, obviously Above the Rim, He Got Game, Blue Chips.
I loved Hoop Dreams, man. Hoop
Oh yeah,
Dreams,
Hoop Dreams
man,
is a classic. Yeah, I mean that was
Hoop
authentic,
Dreams
but that was more of a. But that showed you like
documentary.
the recruiting of like way back in the day, like the late '80s,
Yeah, yeah.
90s, how it really was and how hard it was. That was like,
Yeah.
I mean, that was the real deal. That was like raw.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So I got a question. So I got a top, you know, top five question. Hey, we could both answer it because this is gonna be a whole segment of top five. And I know you are a music guy, man. You make beats,
Oh
so you
man,
know
this is
all about
tough.
it. So I'm gonna ask you, who's your top five R&B artists? R&B. So it could
Man.
be like an artist or like group, because you know the groups back in the day was tough.
You know what the problem is with music? People came and gone. Not like, where a Michael Jordan, where we were able to watch him for 20 years. Of course, there's like Michael Jackson, dope. You know what I'm saying? But the way he evolved was he just got, I mean, let's call it for what it is. He kind of got weird. You had to watch him through his whole stuff with the kids and all that stuff. So it's like there hasn't been somebody consistent in R&B, I don't think, that hasn't got into a drug problem, or you know what I'm saying, still not out there like killing with music. Though there's pockets, you know what I'm saying? There's pockets of like memories that I'll hang on to. One of my favorite artists, Music Soul Child. He was, man, bro, he was coming out with bangers. But then fast forward to 5 years later when his career was, downhill, so to speak. I went to go watch one of his shows and whack. Obviously you get into, the older cats like Jodeci, Jagged Edge. Are we talking about groups or are we talking about
About
solo
both. It
artists?
could be R&B artists or groups. You know, your favorite like R&B like sounds, groups, whatever artist.
Ursher.
Ursher.
That boy, classics. He be making some bangers, but it's hard, bro. Talking about John Legend, I can go over to the alternative side, Coldplay. You know what I'm
Yeah, but I'm
saying?
talking R&B. R&B.
Okay, so we're sticking to
We're singing
R&B. See,
R&B.
that's what I'm saying because I can go all over the place.
Yeah, we're singing.
If dang, Donnell
Yeah.
Jones. I mean, we were raised with the old heads, bro. Luther,
Luther was.
Smokey.
I used to hear him as a kid because my dad, man, he loves Luther.
That's what I'm
All
saying.
them jams,
That's what I'm saying when they were pulling out the record players.
bro.
Donny Hathaway.
Yep.
But I think if there was one guy that I can remember that I was really bumping on some other type of stuff was Music Soul Child, bro. He was nice.
Yeah. I mean,
He
he
was
was
nice.
cold. Like in the late '90s, late to mid '90s, he had some. Whew,
Yeah, he
yeah.
dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Dude,
dun.
hey,
As
I'm
soon as I
good.
start that, yeah. Who's yours?
So yeah, man, we gonna have to. Hey, man, I'm
Babyface.
like people don't understand. Like, I love R&B, love the old school. I got a playlist on my phone, man. The Apple Music. I got a
I need that.
yeah. I got all the R&B joints. But yeah, so my all time favorite R&B group is Jodeci. It's got hit after hit.
Oh, of course.
Every song they had was this. These kids probably don't know, but they probably got made to Jodeci songs. Let's keep it real. Like in the
Of
90s,
course.
I mean, they probably got made to a lot of those songs. Every freaking okay. Mama go Jodeci. 112.
Man, hands down.
Yeah, 112 like in high
Okay, but
school.
who's your favorite singer from
Slim. Slim.
of course.
Yeah, Slim.
Of course.
Yeah, Slim.
See, but you're all over the place because now you're talking about
No,
groups.
no.
I think groups are separated from solo artists.
Yeah,
Who's your favorite solo
but
artist, bro?
but I'm gonna go solo too. I'm gonna go solo.
No, I didn't get a chance to get my group in.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go solo. Jodeci. I got 112. I got Guy.
Guy
Like
was dope.
the early '90s.
What about Troop?
Yeah, I mean, Troop had some hits, but they weren't like,
H Town?
Ace Town, man. High Five.
High
I
five.
had,
Hey, see now,
hey,
now
see,
we're
they had two
digging.
hits that was bangers.
Yeah,
So you got
yeah.
them. People don't know in the early '90s, late
New
'80s,
Edition.
the man. Yeah, I mean, like you close. You get there. The man, the myth, king of R&B,
Oh.
Bobby Brown, bro. That
Yeah.
album, was like Roni, My Prerogative. I was playing that cassette as a kid all the time. I was singing them songs. I
Yep.
mean, obviously MJ, like I love MJ, but he's in a whole.
MJ's cold, man.
But yeah,
MJ's cold.
so Bobby Brown, High Five, Jodeci 112.
Play something, man. Give us a song. Every podcast, we got to throw up a joint.
Yeah, let me see if I can play something right now. See if it will play.
Here we go.
But man, I got the '90s mix right now. The OG.
Let me see.
So it's like the OG cuts, which let me see if you
Might have to hit that shuffle.
can you hear it?
Oh, yeah, that's
Can you hear it? This it right here. Hey, what you know about this?
that'd be banging.
But hey, man, and this one right here.
Man.
Hey, this one right here, man, it always slaps.
Man, it's making me want to jump in the truck and roll down the windows, man.
Hey, what you know about this, man? right? Yeah, I mean, it's that my New Jack Swing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's that early 90s.
Yeah. So like this all that stuff, man. Man, I got a whole playlist, and then this right here.
Oh,
Come on, man. What you know about that, man? That's a classic.
talking about
You already know.
some batter around it. That Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah. This is a cold one right here too. Remember this one?
My God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's that running man.
Yeah, man.
That Roger Rabbit.
But hey, man, I
With the
could go on
polka
forever,
dot
man. We
pants.
gonna do a segment of that, man. We gonna do like the
Yeah,
R&B
for
song.
sure,
But yeah,
man.
that's
Hey,
what's up,
send me
man.
that playlist. I need that playlist, bro.
But yeah, of course, yeah, man. So yeah, but that's it, man. We can wrap it up for this one, man. This episode number 2, man. We gonna bring a lot more
Yes,
for you
sir.
guys, man. You know, we gonna have to
Yes,
step
sir. We're
up.
just getting warm. We just getting warm. We got no shot clock, so we're gonna be here all day.
All right, man. I'm out, man. I'm Cabal.
I'm Miguel. Peace.